Hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Wednesday, for real Wednesday today. It's hump day, humpless day. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you. Let me say hello to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Ezra Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Jim Dandy and Cosmic Joe and Sam and St. Clinton and Philip Chandler and Cosmic Joe and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOB and Terry Sue and Frank, whoever you are, Frank, who sent me messages. Thank you, Frank. Hi, everybody. Is the sound okay today? I hope the sound is still okay. Great to see everybody. Hello. Let me make sure. Wing Doggy. I didn't miss anybody. Let me make sure got everybody here. And YouTube has already started. The lag is only like 10 seconds today. So, hello. All right. I have good news. Well, not huge news, but good news today to celebrate, because I know yesterday I told you, last night when I talked to you guys, I was very nervous, trepidation. I had trepidation about my homework was to walk at night, to go to the store, walk at night. My homework was to take, and the store, there's a little market 3 blocks from me. And, you know, it's not like the dangerous walk. There's businesses open. So I did it. I walked to the store. I bought some parsley and some persimmons. I walked back. The whole time I was like, so tense and so scared. But I did it. As soon as I walked in the door, I collapsed on the floor. I didn't even, with my hat on, my shoes on, the grocery bag, I didn't even put the stuff in the refrigerator, just collapsed on the floor. I was like, for half an hour. I just had to lay there. I was just like, I couldn't move for like a half hour, but I was like, I did it, yay! So I made it. I did it. I made it. And then today, so yay, I did my homework. And today I had a morning meeting with a therapist, with Harry. I always laugh when I have to say the name Harry. I'm so immature. And no, I just think Harry. I'm like, hi, I'm itchy and scratchy. I'm like, I'm so immature. But anyhow, I was running late. I know you guys were shocked. I was supposed to be there at 9:30, and I walk there because it's close by. And normally it's right at kind of like at the other end of the road. So it takes me about 20 minutes to walk there. And in the morning, I feel comfortable walking in early morning. I feel better walking, early morning. I still feel scared, but for some reason early morning doesn't feel as dangerous to me. So anyhow, it was 9:20. I had 10 minutes. Normally it takes me 20 minutes. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta run. I have not ran, like physically run. I've walked, but I have not run since the day of the attack when I chased the guy, which was September 14th? Hi, Sue. I've had, like, my body's felt really, really weak, and maybe there's been like a mental block, but I have not run, and I felt too weak and I haven't been able to even make my body move to run. but I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. I've got to run. And it's down kind of at the end of the street where I've run to the end of that street before and back when I was like in top physical shape, and it only would take me 5 minutes. So it's not that far, but like when I'm slower now. So it takes me 20 minutes to walk there, but I was like, oh great, I got 10 minutes. So I made myself run, which was like a big deal because I didn't realize it was going to be a big deal, but I started off pretty slow, but I was trying to push myself. I was really just focusing on just one foot in front of the other and just like go get to one block. I made myself run the entire way. Maybe it's like a quarter mile, so it's not that far. But it took me 12 minutes. But the whole time I was running, it was like a flashback in my head. It was like the physicality of running brought back all of the memories of running and chasing the guy. And so the whole time I'm running, I remember when I was running, I haven't run since I chased the guy. So the whole time I'm running, there's like a tape recorder in my head that's playing, stop that guy, call 911, police, stop that guy. All the things I was screaming while I was running and chasing the guy, it was like a giant flashback. But so by the time I got there, I was a little emotional, but the therapist said that was really, really good because you hold on to trauma in your body, and the physicality of running and working it out, he said, was actually a really, really good thing that you're supposed to do to try and like release all the trauma that's held in your muscles and your body. So like running was connected to running and chasing the guy in trauma. So he was like, that's a huge step. He's like, you made a huge step. I was like, I did? And I was like, I did? So two big steps. I walked at night, even though I collapsed afterwards, and I ran, and I had like it was released some trauma from my body. So, yay me! and thank you for the compliment, Sue. So that's good. So I'm feeling good, and I also got the rest of my Christmas presents to my family sent out and mailed. So I've got my list of things to do, and I'm getting them done. So I got that done, which was like a big deal. It took me like all week to get that done. So I feel like I've accomplished a lot today already. I'm exhausted now. I'm completely exhausted from this day. I've been busy all day. I didn't take a nap, but I had a good therapy session with the guy, and he was very proud of me. He said, "You're very strong. You're resilient. You're a fighter. You're committed. You're persistent. You're very, very persistent, and you're very good at crying." Hi, Joaquin Kalina. Thank you for checking in. Nice to meet you. For everyone on YouTube, I'm on YouTube and, excuse me, I'm hiccuping now. I'm on YouTube and Google Hangouts, so hello to anyone. I'm reading both screens. So I was just telling everyone I've been working through post-traumatic stress with therapists after a violent assault, an attack, and he said it's so I'm doing these little steps. I'm working through it and getting a little better every week. So I'm doing good. Tisa said he made English cookies tonight. Oh, yum. That sounds good, Tisa. What part of the world are you from, Joaquin Kalina? And Linda had pizza. Oh, I'm craving pizza. The pizza place near me, I think they deliberately like blow the. They must put fans in the window to blow the smell of pizza out, like some kind of like aromatherapy. 'Cause I smell pizza all the time now, and and I'm like, whoa. Tisa said, chocolate covered cornflakes. Oh, and Joaquin Kalina said he used to be on live video a long time ago. Oh, well, welcome back. Welcome back, our fellow live video person. It seems like I'm talking to a large group of people, Joaquin, because I'm on Google Hangouts right now and YouTube. Both links are on Twitter. However, Joaquin, Google Hangouts has a mind of its own. Sometimes it kicks people out or doesn't let people in or doesn't work. So that's why I have both at the same time, because sometimes people can't get in, or it suddenly will only let a certain amount of people in. So, but everybody says hello. There's a bunch of other live video people that are on Google Hangouts right now. Allura Star and Shocker and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Wing Doggy. I don't know if you remember them, but hello. So I'm like taking some deep breaths now because I feel like I made some breakthroughs, some good progress in my post-traumatic stress recovery, and which is good because I'm like really committed to like getting through this, and you know, like it's weird because I was thinking about it, you know, because I know most of you have probably read, and I see them. There's so many, you know, of the people that are homeless all around the country are former veterans, and a lot of them are homeless because they either have, you know, mental problems or substance abuse problems, but it's probably because they have post-traumatic stress, which isn't treated, and then that causes, because a lot of people with post-traumatic stress end up self-medicating with substance abuse, alcohol or drugs or stuff. And now going through it myself, I can understand that because it's weird. You feel it's like you're going crazy. And hi N1QOV, hello. And it's like you have an injury that's invisible and nobody can see it, so it's hard to explain because other people just think, you know, like, oh, just get over it, you know, think positive, move, but it's an actual brain injury that needs to be treated and needs to go through a process to work through it. And you guys have been here with me through this process. You've seen me going through from some really dark couple months ago, really like barely able to breathe, and I'm still having trouble, but I'd say I'm like halfway through, and this is me like really focusing every day on doing things to get better, and having therapists and medication and stuff. Linda said she was scared. So was I, Linda. So was I. I was really scared. And so I can understand how, you know, a lot of these homeless people, if they're former veterans who never got the proper treatment. Because my therapist said a lot of people don't even realize that. They said, you know, the first thing is recognizing that you have a problem and realizing what it is, and then actually asking for help and saying, okay, this is post-traumatic stress. So a lot of people just think they're anxious or they're going crazy or they don't know what, and sometimes it doesn't really show up until months afterwards. And you also read a lot about veterans that come back, and a lot of veterans, there's a really high incidence of veterans committing suicide or you know, domestic violence, and that's post-traumatic stress. It makes you go crazy because it's a brain injury, but it's invisible and often undiagnosed, so people don't even know. They don't ask for help, or they turn to drinking and drugs, and so it's kind of a big deal, but it's really weird because it's invisible, so nobody thinks that you have a problem. You know, it's like, so, but it's something that really needs to like work through. So I think they should be a lot more effort and a lot more focus on helping veterans come back, because I just had, you know, one violent assault attack, and which, you know, this is what I'm going through after one thing. So for somebody who's been like a veteran who, you know, was in a war situation, which is like months, you know, that's a long-lasting time of maybe a whole bunch of different violent situations, plus just the stress of never knowing, of being on guard for months in the middle of nowhere or whatever. I mean, that messes up your head. And so, you know, I think there needs to be a lot more care and attention to treating, I think, all veterans who come back. I think every veteran who comes back is going to have, whether they realize it or not, is going to have post-traumatic stress. I think it would be impossible to be in a war situation and not have that stress, because, you know, if your life is in danger for months at a time, and people around you are getting killed or blown up, and or you're killing people, like, that messes your head up. So this is what I'm going through after just one thing. Sue says there's a guy named Andrew on Twitter that's stalking her. What should she do? She keeps blocking him and reporting. What? And he keeps changing different names? You blocked him and he has... Oh, that's weird and crazy. I definitely call Twitter. I would... He keeps creating new accounts. I would see if Twitter can block his IP. Maybe Twitter can block his IP. Twitter says they can't do anything. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Sue. That must be weirding you out. Oh, Joaquin says he doesn't remember. What's the name of that coffee I used to talk about? Oh, you know what? The coffee that I like was from Trader Joe's, but they don't actually carry that one anymore. But they do have... I get my coffee at Trader Joe's. The one I get now is also from... they have like a... it's organic, free trade. I think it's only like $8. Trader Joe's coffee, for anyone who buys coffee and makes their own coffee, you can grind it there. whatever types of coffee you like, Trader Joe's is about half the price of coffee from any other store. If you want fresh ground coffee, if you want to buy organic coffee, which I recommend, because you don't want coffee that's been processed in whatever weird chemicals they process it in. But go to Trader Joe's and look for organic, free trade. I don't remember what part of the world you live in, Joaquin Colina, so I'm assuming there's a Trader Joe's near you. I don't know if there is. Oh, thank you, Wing Doggy. Well, I would just keep bugging. I would just keep bugging Twitter because they have to help you. They have to help you. You just got to you got to get on their butt and bug them. Hi, Angie. How are you doing? So I'm just breathing now. But I was feeling proud of myself because I got a lot of stuff done today. And I feel like I made progress. I feel like I'm getting a little better. Like Linda, a month ago, I was really scared too. I thought I was going to jump in front of a car. It was so, I felt so crazy. So I'm not better yet, but I'm on my way. I can see progress. I can see. I hear a cricket. I don't know if that's what you're hearing. Oh, you hear talking? Does somebody have their sound on? If somebody has their sound on, turn the sound off. I hear a cricket somewhere in my house. Urgh, there's a bug in my house. So how is everybody else doing? Are you all good? How's everybody doing? Oh, good. Laundry is good to do. Well, tomorrow I meet the new today was a therapist. Tomorrow I meet the actual psychiatrist. There's a difference between the therapist and a psychiatrist in that a psychiatrist is an actual medical doctor. So I haven't met him yet. I'm meeting him tomorrow at 10. So I have to go back to the same place. I'm really glad that this place is so close to me because I can walk to it, and I'm scheduling all my appointments in the morning so that so that I make myself take that walk because I need to like physically move and get my exercise. And well, he's in prison, Sue, and N1QOV says, thanks for your vet comments. It's true, N1QOV. I mean, I'm a mess just from one attack. I can't imagine how crazy somebody who's done an entire tour, I don't know how long a tour lasts, a year, 2 years, 9 months, a tour of, even if you don't actually face combat, you're still in this stressful situation where your life is in danger, people around you get killed, there's fire. I mean, that, it messes with your head. It causes your brain builds neurons and connections and stress connections, and it makes your brain is like a supercomputer, and in stressful situations it starts building different neurons and connections that keep that stress there, and you need to rehab it to unbuild that and rebuild and safety and rebuild, get rid of that, because your brain is like this like magic computer that like does stuff on its own, and it really is a physical injury, and you have to retrain your brain, and it's really weird, and it's really hard because nobody can see it, and it's hard to explain it to anyone. So for the veterans out there, I they need help, all of them, even the ones who think they're totally fine. They probably need help and don't need it, or don't know it, because that's humans aren't supposed to live in with that kind of like fear and stress, fight or flight anxiety. So yes, I have. The insurance has been working on it. The insurance has been taking care of all this stuff, though it's been slow because you have to get approval for everything, and I'm still waiting on approval for the MRI just to make sure that there's no neurological damage, because I still feel like I'm having like weird vision problems and trouble writing. Like I'm writing like I just learned to write. Like my hand is like I'm writing like I'm a new writer. Like it's not smooth. Yeah, but I think that they spend so much money on on war and defense, and all these big defense contractors and people who own these companies that sell defense munitions and products and stuff. They're making billions, and all of this depends on the lives of these veterans, these soldiers that are out there, and somebody's making billions, but they don't want to invest in the treatment and recovery and aftercare of the guys who actually put their lives on the line. And just because you don't have a broken leg, and just because you weren't shot, doesn't mean you don't need aftercare. Just because you can't see the injury. So all these guys that are making, these Halliburton and all these, they're making billions off of the defense industry, and they're getting really, really rich. And these same people don't want to invest and it's anyhow. There's my political statements. Linda, you're getting get your hair cut. Well, Linda, did you want it short or did you want it long? What do you like better? You want it like in 2004. Well, was that short or long? Long. Well, then the only thing you can do is get through the middle period. Put it in a ponytail and just Put it in 2 ponytails. Wing Doggy says, can you walk with a full cup of coffee across the room? Well, no, my hand is shaking when I'm writing. I was writing some cards out when I was doing the Christmas presents, and my writing is like not as nice as my handwriting is not as nice as it should be, as it used to be. I was like, my hand is shaky even at night, like when I'm like plucking my eyebrows. I do that every night. My hand is like, I don't have a steady hand anymore. I'm still shaking. So I'm still I'm like a chihuahua. I'm always shaking. I'm not as shaking as bad as I was a few months ago. Like, my face isn't twitching anymore, but I'm still shaking all the time. Linda says she would never pluck her eyebrows. Oh, I always have to. If I always have to pluck my eyebrows under here. If I didn't, my eyebrow would be like an inch thick. Like, I have... I have... Some people have to draw in their eyebrows because they have really light, faint. Not me. I have eyebrows like oh, I can't remember who, but like Groucho Marx. Yes, I have eyebrows like Groucho Marx if I don't pluck them. No, it's true, Linda. Sue says, Sue says L'Oreal needs a vacation in paradise for the holiday. Yes, I do. What a brilliant idea. I think that's a great idea. Who wants to take me on a vacation to paradise for the holiday? Yeah, I'll hint at that. I don't know if I'll be successful. Wing Doggy says, I do! Yeah, but oh my goodness, it's almost 6 o'clock. I have talked a long time today. All right. I am just about to sign off, but I will be back tomorrow for Stupid Question Day. The genius will be here for sure, answering questions. The genius will be here in all of her brilliance. So I hope you have some very important questions for the genius. Guaranteed accurate. David Jones says, every day is Stupid Question Day on this show. What are you trying to imply there, David Jones? That I'm a genius every day? Yeah. Sue, I'm going to work on that. All right, so I am just about to sign off, but let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Ezra Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Philip Chandler I hope you're feeling better, Philip Chandler, and Sam, and St. Clinton, and Joaquin Colina. Welcome back from live video. And N1QOV, and Bill Knaus, and Scott Kimmitz. And let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. And Angie Tomlinson, and Wing Doggy. Let me make sure I got everyone here. All right, kisses for everybody. You guys are awesome. I love you. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Stupid Question Day. Bye. And I'll tell you how the doctor meeting goes tomorrow morning. Bye.